Long ago, there was a game named Halo, and it revolutionized single-player Halos, did it? Did Halo revolutionize single-player shooters? It was pretty fantastic. Renowned for its couch co-op, like I did with my cousin, Cheers Scott. And then along came Halo 2, which did the exact same pissing thing for the online shooting scene, which some would argue, on console, didn't fucking exist yet.
And they did that somehow while the game was rust, had not even finished properly. Good on you.
And then along came Halo 3. It's a bit more of the same. It was good on both sides. Didn't really do much different. It's just good. But that had the absolute gonads to come and release itself with a map creator mode named Forge. Revolutionized it and ended up turning the game into an even bigger Mario Party with guns.
You can drive around with a bunch of racetracks upstairs where there's nothing around you except just the racetrack and there's a sniper trying to shoot you off. Oh, that's ace. Or you have a little sumo wrestling game with two warthogs trying to get each other off the ring.
Ah, it was really cool. And then ODST and Reach happened. Doesn't really fit part of my narrative I'm doing here, but they were alright, I guess. And then the people that made that buggered off.
You think this is helping my voice or worsening it?
But naturally, Microsoft didn't want to stop milking that particular lovely udder, so they made an entirely new studio to be able to take the reins of their flagship title. And I'm absolutely sure they had no idea just how bad that would end up being.
Halo 4 launches with an art style that no one recognises in the multiplayer Call of Duty. Halo 5 doesn't even launch with Forge. Oh, it's got loot boxes. Loot boxes, Daddy! Get me started on Master Chief Collection. It's a collection of games that don't even work like a year.
So let's take a trip down Pebble Dash Lane and absolutely gurn the worst things I have ever seen.
At least from a studio that was born to do just exactly one thing and couldn't even do that on their first attempt. Now, I'm not saying that 343's got a bad track record with making Halo games their one and only job, but I think they do. I mean, when their own quotes are, made a lot of mistakes, we can do better, a black eye for us, Halo 5 won't suffer the same fate, and Halo Infinite has learned from past mistakes. Halo 5 mistakes, meaning that they wouldn't make the same mistake where the Forge doesn't launch at the beginning of the lovely game. They won't do that for Halo Infinite. Nah, they'll level that up, they'll mega revolve the bastard into a black shiny Charizard with blue fire coming out of its head, which in this instance means Forge isn't there, co-op isn't there, theatre barely works, and we put all your lovely Barbie dress up behind the money dollar transactions. Well, not all of them. I think you could be grey, blue, and maybe pink. Don't worry though, the game's free. It's free multiplayer, excuse me. Not the game. You know, the bit that they think's important. That's what's free. So, you know, the campaign will cost less. That's not bad. Be on its own. Well, it won't cost any more or any less. You can't wait for that. That'd be fantastic. What's it priced at? Oh, full price? $60 for a campaign? It was only worked on for about 2 years of a 6-7 year development cycle? Oh, no, sign me out! No, it was really good. The first time you played it, and it didn't have a mission select. It didn't, and still doesn't currently. Just to go over real quick, Halo 4 came out in 2012. At least the game was fully complete and released. I mean, you know, everything looked wrong. Didn't really make much sense. It wasn't really Halo at that point. I don't know what they were doing. But hey, it fully released. Multiplayer had a Call of Duty aspect with loadouts and stuff. That sounds like Halo and arena shooter. Everybody starts off on the same foot, doesn't it? No. Halo 5, 2015, had an entire marketing campaign making the game sound like it was going to be a Spartan Locke versus Spartan John Boy. It sounded, I mean, it's not exactly what I wanted, but I mean, I was intrigued and interested. Don't worry, the game came out. It was about 2 seconds of a and they moved on and they did the rest of the campaign, which was poopy fucking drama dog shit. Oh yeah, it didn't have Forge at launch, or I believe split screen co-op at launch. Don't worry, they got that in there in the end. Took a few months. Well done to you. Although it did have a very cool Warzone mode, and no, not the Call of Doodles with the BR. No, that was actually a cool mode. It's just a shame it happened to be absolutely wang-packed fucking, what did I just say? Jam-packed fucking wanked full of loot boxes, which not only had all the customization behind it, but also resources for that game, making it potentially a wee bit unbalanced. And say what I might about that loot box system. It's bad that I'm about to say this, but it wasn't that bad, air quotes, because you could at least earn everything in the game for free by leveling up and getting them over and over again. I mean, it would have taken you I don't know how many hours to do that, but it was an option. And then Halo Infinite comes around! 6-year dev cycle, and let's not pretend that they weren't working on it in some form just a little bit before the release of the last game, because that's the way game development works, you dickheads. It's supposed to come out a year before. It came to A3, you know the one, arse and arse. It's lovely, it's fucking fantastic. It's not very inclusive for the tit boys though, is it? E3, they went to E3, and the graphics looked like wanky poop doodles. I mean, there was a brute that looked like a shaved me. The weapons, I would genuinely say, had as much detail and shading as a Roblox gun. I mean, a well-made Roblox gun by comparison, to play it fair, but it fucking did. Don't worry though, they delayed the game. It's fine. It's perfectly okay. There's no issues. They'll get it right this time. They've had a whole extra year on top of the 5 years. It's not like they definitely, scrapped the game somewhere in the middle, if not toward the second, third, and then started over again, and then here we are. It's not good. And I don't have anything concrete about this, but I do remember hearing from a couple of times in sources that they originally planned to absolutely fucking snort crack off a whore's arse and make Halo a more Overwatch type shooter, a hero shooter. I don't really know how much and how accurate. It wouldn't surprise me. I mean, nearly every game they're trying to change the formula and make Halo something that isn't Halo. They begrudgingly give you what they think is Halo, and then they say, look, we gave you this, but this is what we want to make. It ain't Halo 5, that what? Bloody fucking Tesco's, isn't it? What was I saying? So assuming I finished that point concisely, which I'm sure I fucking did, E3 did not go over well, hence the delay. And then they tried to save face, do whatever they could, and was like, oh hey, we've got Joe Staten back now. Remember that guy? Hey, remember that guy from the old games? We got him back. Yeah! He left Bungie ages ago because he made a story that they weren't really a fan of and didn't like. I'm sure he'll help us. Yeah! He's worked on such things as Recore. You haven't heard of that, have you? But hey, he's here. That'll be fine. It's not like we need some form of multiplayer direction and leader management. We've got the Dido, yeah. He's gone caught up wondering why, cause Halo's not done at all. Got the guy that did the story, but not, no multiplayer. It'll be absolutely fine. It isn't like there is no possible way to make the story good in such a short amount of time. Moving on to the multiplayer, which, when the game finally did come out, which I'm already talking about because I'm a fucking idiot and can't organise this to save my life, what you ended up getting, right, was the campaign coming out on one day and you think the multiplayer's coming out on the same day. But you know what they did? They absolutely treated you to an absolute fucking lovely flavoured pie. It came out 2 weeks early. What a nice treat! A completely unbaked tart! Oh! Not that you noticed it at the time. It's one of those things where they did all the dressings on top of the pie and you started eating that bit, alright? And as time went on, as about a month or so went by, you got into the actual fucking uncooked mess, and then you got food poisoning, and you died. Which is an analogy for all the players leaving that fucking game, because the desync is horrendous, it launched with no mode, it was a Halo game that didn't launch with a Slayer playlist! It's tucked away in quick play. Oh, let me do one flag on this map that I fucking want to delete. Oh, it's alright, I've got oddball, this is fun, I'm gonna sit the fuck back here in this ventilation shaft or whatever it's called. Can I play Slayer yet? No, you got one more game of capture the flag on the symmetrical fucking desert map with the 2 towers. Oh, I've got the fucking flag, lad. Oh, here we go, I'm coming. Oh, I've got it. Hey! One game of Slayer. And back you fucking go to all that shit. Now, about all that stuff that was missing from the base game when it launched, don't worry, they're hard at work on it. Because they've made a live service game with a 10-year... Wrong way round for the camera. 10-year plan. That sounds reaffirming, reassuring. That sounds... No, yeah, they got a plan. It's just a shame that the first year is going to be dedicated to them adding the things that are missing. But don't worry, it's coming. There's going to be a season-based Halo, live service, new stuff every 3 months, maybe 4 months. It'll be fine. Nah, given the benefit of the doubt, they knew they wouldn't do this without a plan. It isn't like they promised that Halo Infinite would have split-screen co-op at launch. Launch! I don't know if you're getting this or not, but it fucking didn't. So they've got a roadmap. It's fine. Not an official one, because they're shit. And they didn't actually do an official full-on, here you go, here it is. But they said it's coming. Don't worry. Come season 2, we'll have something for you. It's only a 3-month wait. It's not like they double the length of the season out of nowhere and have fucking nothing to show for it. They did. So, now season 1 is 6 months. It's a fucking funny season. We in Westeros.
That's would be my old date, isn't it?
Well, fucking sorry, I'm a stupid idiot that can't speak, and I said Dido. And then, something else might have happened, which I've forgotten, because it's all one big blur of mistakes and failures, like my life. So, I don't know what happened exactly next, except the game was bad, and they spent so long just trying to release basic playlists that should have been there at launch, and they kept doing events to release new playlists and modes. I say new. They're not new. They've been in Halo for fucking yonks. Yonks upon yolks upon eggshells and chickens. But the best you can get for it, Halo Infinite, which is infinitely finite in what it fucking offers when it launches. I'm saying again, $60 for the campaign, alright? And you didn't get a single bit of customization of armor with that. You got some paint jobs, some spray jobs, some blow jobs, but you didn't get any actual armor. No. Why would you? $60 for just the campaign. You think you're going to get anything bonus for that? With the free multiplayer that definitely wasn't free because the campaign was the same fucking price? And eventually they added land grab, which I think is, or was, a new mode for Halo. It's kind of the similar thing of what's already existed but reworked, but it was kind of nice. Sorry, just give me a minute, mate.
You are.
But we're going to fast forward, because it's all just a lot of the same. There's nothing new. The things that were promised at launch were going to come soon didn't come soon, because Season 2, fear not, that's also 6 months now. Yeah, you finally got through the 6 months of Season 1 with 6 months of the same thing and not much going on and things being recycled. In the store, because that's like the most refreshing thing you got week to week. You got some challenges, which were absolute abysmal dick pants, which I did forget to talk about. Let me briefly go over. You get match XP and like career ranks. Oh, I'm Colonel Sergeant Wankman. They didn't have that. You just had Battle Pass to level up. You know, you play a game and it's like, oh, I got 3 Call of Doodles and a big wank back. Oh, good for you, here's a couple more XP. No, you could be the 15 kill, 0 death, 8 objectives, and 17 assists MVP. You get the same XP as Timmy, who was AFK, having a bath. Little Bubba Ducky, just floating the fuck about. Yeah. No controller, you use one of some elastic bands so he didn't get kicked. Same XP. So that was good. They made it better, which is, you know, getting a bad system, making it slightly less bad, and not making it good. First 5 games, you get some bonus XP instead. Like, you get 500, then 300, then 200, 200, and I think it goes to 100 after that. Maybe there's another 200. Whoopi fucking Goldberg sitting on a beach naked. Who gives a shit? And then you also had a challenge system, which, you know, really took into play what Halo's all about, forcing you to play the things that you don't want to play. Oh, hey, well, you like headshots in SWAT? Hey, tough shit. Go play quick play or capture the flag. Go on then. Let's not forget that when the game launched, all the playlists were just a homogenified ball of shite with all the modes in one, so you could never actually get the playlist and the modes that you needed and wanted. It's a little bit better now. Hey, what do you get if you cover the commander from Halo 1 in glue? Sticky keys. Oh, come on, feet. You've still got RNG weapon bounties. I play Destiny. RNG weapon challenges, which is RNG on top of RNG, because you've got to get a map that could roll with it, and then there's a chance that it actually rotates, and it hasn't actually spawned with that. You've got the heat wave instead. And then on top of that, you've got to be lucky enough to actually get it, and if you do get it, you've got to be lucky enough to be in a match where you can actually kill the enemies, because the matchmaking is genuinely 50-50 fucking booking. Anyway, all that just to explain a bunch of shit, just to say, the weekly stuff is, hey, there's a challenge reward. Do all the challenges and you get an ultimate challenge. Oh, here you go, you can get some knee pads. It's usually not knee pads, it's usually a fucking little symbol, a little emblem you can put on vehicles, of which there's 8 different versions of, because it's not just a sticker you get that you can put anywhere, it is a sticker that you can only put on your Warhog 2 weeks later, only on your breastplate 3 weeks later, only on this weapon, not your weapons, this weapon. You have that each week, and then what they're selling in the store. That's your weekly interest, except for when there's an event that comes by like,
oh, can I play SWAT now, mister? Oh, you've got a little mini event pass, have you? Oh, well, most of these challenge swaps and XP boosts. Oh, and a sticker I can put on my nipples. Oh, cheers, mate. You got any fucking armour?
So, here we are. We're getting to the end, hopefully, of Season 2. Have I ruined it? Have I spoilt it? Have I given away what's happening here? They're coming up to finally being able to launch co-op, alright? Because they had a flight test. It was pretty seamless as far as a beta goes. Now, they'll be able to polish that and get it in time. I can't wait. I get to play with my mates. On a campaign I don't really want to play, 'cause it's wank, but at least it might be a little bit more fun because there's someone there to play with. And in between me getting injured from my neck, allow me to twist yours a little bit. Between not uploading, I do a bunch of other things. It's my stream. It's VOD Channel 2. It's a group stream. It's VOD Channel 2. And then there's the loud noises group stuff. That's there. Maybe I'll play a clip.
there we go.
Oh, is it played? Yeah, you can see it. Hurt my neck in between bits, I don't know how it's happened. Don't worry! 1 to 2 days after this co-op was supposed to launch, not only is it delayed, Split Screen is completely cancelled! Not delayed! Cancelled! Like Season 2 of Resident Evil Netflix, where they mentioned Zootopia porn and had 4 Weskers. Was it 3 Weskers?
Spoilers.
Shut the fuck up! I was just quite looking forward to Season 2. Yeah, it was bad, but it wasn't the film's bad. It was a different bad, and I was enjoying that bad. Nah, cancel it. It's right, Netflix, you got plenty, ain't you? You got some murder documentaries. You got some tigers. You got Stranger Things for 1 more season. Fuck you big fucking red hen. That sounds a bit more problematic than I intended. Split Screen's cancelled. Where people on the Xbox X and Series S somewhere, but I can't be asked getting that one, can do this. Now, don't get me wrong. I know. It's probably not that stable. Probably takes a while to get perfected. It's a little bit rough around the edges. But it fucking works! It's there! It's right there! It just needed more time in the oven! There's no other reason that they would have cancelled it when it's not positive. No, it's fine! It's not like they cancelled it because of the original Xboxes. Well, not the old Xboxes. The ones that aren't Series X and S. The ones that are Xbox One. X and S? You just say the Xbox, don't you? Awful fucking branding. We made fun of Wii U, get an ambulance for me sales. And fucking Xbox Series X. I feel like I'm saying the fucking series code on the bar on the back to sell it at a bastard in merchants. You wank, mate. Let's call it the fucking Xbox 2. But fear not, it's not all bad news. You know, they didn't cancel a thing they promised would be at launch and then we'll get it to eventually. No, they didn't cancel that, definitely not. They didn't have Joe Staten come out on screen, do sad puppy dog eyes and say, Split Screen's cancelled. And then they fucking snap cut to the bunch of other wankers and go, no, quick, talk about something else as fast as you can. Look, we've got a pretty man. I've got to find the pretty man now, haven't I? We've got this very pretty man. We were a very competitive game, that's our DNA. It's a highly competitive game. You go back all the way to the very first Halo, right? The single player game. Where if you did do multiplayer co-op, it was in the same room or a LAN where you wanked about with Warthog spinning around doing fucking grenade tricks. Yeah, very competitive. Who the fuck are you? Who are you? Have you seen a Halo? Do you even know it's a ring? Don't you forget about the thing I forgot about. He says I think from a PC perspective we can do better. I mean, for the first 4 months of your game there, Boy George, it didn't fucking work on PC. It would crash randomly without any reason or rhyme. Don't worry. They brought out one of these things. This isn't a roadmap, this is just a list of things they've got to do, include get their head out the fucking arse. All of these things by the end of 2023. Do you know the year's currently 2022? I didn't when I read that. I thought, oh, I must have fucking forgotten the year again. Are you taking the piss out of my bladder for a test I've not authorised? I didn't realise this, because I think I glossed over. My eyes just went like a donut when I watched this the first time when we got here, but... The first one, and we'll dive into this a little bit more later, is Match XP. That's what I'm really excited about. A basic thing that's just a fucking background little carrot on a stick to make me keep playing you're really excited about. It's been a year there, Martin. We're never going to abandon the sort of Halo canonical look. Hey Barry, put on the cat ears. So I can't be asked to try and find the bit where he said the word I was going to make fun of by pointing on a screen. I'll find it after the fact and put it in.
Our #1 priority needs to be achieving seasonality.
Seasonality! That's not a word in Webster's. You know what that means? I don't need to look it up. I don't need them to explain it to me. Let me tell you what that means, right? In a game that has had 1 season at 6 months, and oh, by the way, I forgot to say, Season 2 is now 9 months! Their focus is seasonality. Their goal and focus is to learn that a season's 3 months long. I learned that when I was 6. 4? How old am I supposed to be when I learned that, Luke? So that's their goal. After announcing a cancellation of a thing they promised would be at launch, and a season being 9 months long. Fear not, though. For I've got some firecrackers to put up your arse and light. They've got a roadmap now. See, after announcing the bad news, they had some great news, right? Great news such as the Forge beta that was also supposed to be here today is now coming in November. Campaign Network Co-op and Mission Replay. November 8th. Only nearly a year to be able to replay a mission without having to restart the old fucking campaign. And then with that Forge, we're going to give you 2 maps that we made with Forge ourselves. You know, us. You know, the guys with the map tools. No, we used the one we're giving you. Our engine's real good. I'm sure that one will actually be good, to be fair, but, you know, that would mean that after, again, nearly a year, there would have been a grand total of 4 maps added to the game, and 2 of them... Oh, sorry about this. Not even technically proper maps. Forge is actually quite good, I've heard. I know, because they keep leaking it themselves. It's the only good PR they've got. There's a free 30-tier battle pass! My fucking voice, eh?
Sound well excited.
It's 30 tiers, it's free. Oh, it's good. And don't worry, they definitely didn't advertise and promote this as if to say,
You know all those things that we didn't give you with the original Battle Pass that was like on the art for promotion, dude? You know, like the knife on the shoulder and all the things that you thought you were gonna get but you didn't? We're giving you that! But we're giving it to you for free, aren't we so nice? Oh, we're such good developers. Oh, I'm gonna jiggle my knees.
thanks, 3-4 fucking free me from this bullshit and the IP from you, you wank. I'm sure there'll be maybe some new things in there. But when you fully going all in on advertising this about things that you didn't give me already with the battle pass that was themed over it, that had challenge swaps, XP boosts, and fucking nipple stickers. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is on you, mate. I should have this without having to fucking play that bastarding thing. In the nicest way. I do want to play it. I do. But maybe the battle pass could be new stuff. You fucking think? It coincides with a match XP beta, though. So it's fucking very possible you end up losing XP and you end up unearning these things. Starts de-leveling the last battle pass and you fucking lose the things you already had. I mean, probably not, but honestly, with this game, I'm not going to count it out. Anyway, go March 7th. You got some new maps. I make it in the map creator that they give to little Timmy with his arm, sucking his mummy's nipple. I got some new maps. It's great. Oh, and also the first new weapon in a year and a half, which is so new, it's the DMR without scope. And then again, after that entire time, fear not, they've got new equipment. You know, the bubble shield, you remember the bubble shield, right? You put it down with boom, you couldn't be shot in or out of it. It's just a protective dome, right? But you could see through it, couldn't you? Ta-da! Oh, because apparently you scrape in the bottom of the barrel for this fucking 8-panel roadmap for the next, like, 6 to 10 months. Because, of course you are. 100-tier battle pass. Wow. Really? A new season with a battle pass and a live service game? But don't worry, because they're going to bring a custom games browser when it comes to March 7th. You know, a thing that's been in the Master Chief Collection for approximately 8 years now. They've even gone all the way out and added in-game reporting, guys. Over a year after launch, there will be in-game reporting.
Oh, I'm a pretty little butterfly. I come out of my chrysalis. Oh, it's a metamorphosis.
Oh, shit. They got new game modes, though. I don't know what that one is, but that one's not new. I played that in the old Halo games as VIP. It's where there's a dude with a special. You got to kill him to get points, you got to protect him. I played that in the old Halo games. Fucking new! Oh, you know what else was new? That lovely man that I was talking about
seasonality. You see, he was replacing someone that was responsible for all the bad in the game.
So he left and he's off to go make a AAA mobile game. So they got rid of him and they got a brand new guy. And he definitely knows what he's doing. He did not definitely call Halo at its core a competitive game. It's not Mario Party with guns, which is what it really, truly at its core is, because of ridiculous modes, you know. Competitive just kind of sprung up because it was a good game at its core. Ah, well. You know, he knows what he's doing. It's completely fine. It's only when you just keep putting new on everything, keep getting new guys to come in and make a good game, eventually this won't be dog shit. Oh, and also Forge beta updates are coming, because when Forge comes out it's a beta, it's not actually released. When it comes out in November 7th, it's not actually November 8th, it'll be a beta. And a few months later, when you're in March 7th, there'll be updates to it. Whether or not they get any fucking new maps or features and functionality out of it into the actual game itself, because it needs it, remains to be seen. But hey, it's fine, you know? Halo's in a good spot these days. There's no problems at all, alright? They didn't bring in Joe Staten just to be a figurehead to say, look, we're trying, and then they didn't really. They definitely didn't end up just extending every season at least double of what a season is supposed to be. They haven't done that. This one is 3 times what it currently is. That one, they promise, will actually be only a 3-month season. Whether or not there'll be anything that's worth it, who the hell knows? They'll be bringing in new modes that are just old modes, and that's it. And maybe you will get a new mode every now and then, and maybe that will be good. It remains to be seen. Land grab was alright, unless I've misremembered. You get 1 new gun for being a good patient little babby boy. It's been a year and a half. 1 new gun, a total of 6 maps, 2 of them. It goes in the playlist, and it's better than fucking playing the same shit, so I will take it. But fear not, because the monetization in the game is still going to be absolutely egregiously penis pulling. Season pass, $10. 1 armor set at the launch game, $20. Fear not, they heard your outcries, and then they made it only $10 only. 2 black eyes. Oh, how about just 1? Oh, cheers, mister. So all in all, Halo Infinite was the worst thing they could ever call this game. They could have called it Halo Cummies, and it would have been better. Because at least I couldn't infinitely take the piss of the lack of anything in this pissing game. $500 million on a game that launched a third complete. And they said, in so many lead-up materials, it's a 10-year plan for this game. 10 years. No one realised they meant finishing the fucking thing. No one could have seen that coming. They did. It's a joke immediately, in fact, after the campaign was released and looked like Play-Doh.
We should start getting to that goal of 13-week seasons. Not saying that's a 13-week season, but I'm saying this is the beginning.